classy. It's a really nice day. I got my brand new 51st birthday truck. It's a 2020 next generation Ram 1500 with the night package. And what the night package seems to be is these blacked out wheels, and everything that would be chrome seems to have been plasti dipped or something, because that might be chrome, like the Ram symbols, the 4x4 symbols, and anything else. Some caps to the mufflers. Like I already pointed out, the wheels. But the only thing that retains any color on the whole thing is where it says diesel right here. Because it's got the next generation eco diesel, which is supposed to spin a little bit more torque than the other one did, which is going to be great, because the other one, which is in that truck that I am going to sell because I moved up to this truck, has been a fantastic motor. So I'm really excited to get this new truck with this new motor and all, and I just hope that it lasts and performs half as good as that truck did. The truck has the off-road package, which means from the factory it comes with a 1-inch lift, and it comes with these Falcon kind of aggressive looking tires. They're fairly cool tires. I'm thinking of upgrading to a 35 instead of these, but we'll see. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to take and put some springs or some spring assist bags, some airbags. We're going to install this wireless one by Airlift. It's a built-in onboard compressor system that'll pump up the airbags, and it's got like a little remote control with it. And this thing's supposed to be able to handle 0 to 100 pounds. And then also I'm going to install these airbags that mount inside the spring. You can see on the picture here how they mount inside the spring. So they basically assist the spring, because you're filling the spring cavity with air. So we've got to drop the rear axle on the truck to remove the springs to stick these inside there. And we're also going to install that compressor system. See if we can't get that installed tonight, but we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna do this airbag mod to the truck so that it doesn't sag as hard when I'm towing or when I'm hauling a load, because the old blue truck tend to sag a lot, and I try to avoid that by using these bags in this Airlift system. I've gone with the 1000 HD Airlift bags because they're cheap.
If they're loose, I can get them the rest of the way.
And they might be adequate. But if they don't turn out to be adequate, we'll already have the compressor installed, and then we can turn around and put the better 5000 series bags on here. But that takes a little bit of chopping and grinding and changing things around a little bit. So we're gonna take now and work on jacking the back end of the truck up, but I wanna put some wheel chocks under the tire to make sure it doesn't try to roll away on us. Had a little bit more of a jack, but this will get it up here. Won't it, Ira?
That guy will do it.
That, or we're gonna be taking a trip to Harbor Freight.
Well, it'll go under the rear differential, and then we can put jack stands under the.
I just want to get down here and actually see exactly where it lands, you know. Plus, it looks like I've got to be under here anyway. is a 1/2-inch drive.
Want that?
You can leave it in there. You can leave it in there part way. And just come out about another maybe 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch.
I got it. I see what you're saying. Like for this thing.
Yeah, it can just get pulled off there if it can get pulled out of that little hole. It's got a little hole it sits in so that it can't spin left and right.
Right.
Or up and down, I guess.
That's off.
Let's
Said yeah.
yes. You happy with it?
Well, she wasn't there after we got done, but I put another sample on before I did my final cut,
Yeah.
and she said that would work.
Scratch up my wheels.
Throw this thing into the wall.
Inside or outside.
Here, Mike. Alright, so
20 inches.
you should set on to the stand over here.
What are we gonna do?
A good little bit. That's it.
Good on that one?
Yeah. This guy here with this guy here. Go straight for high. I couldn't get it to move again. That good.
You gotta take this little cap off.
You gotta get that bitch flat as hell.
Well, they say you make it like a taco. Dude, they're pretty tough.
They are pretty tough.
Alright, I got a lot of air out of mine. I'm gonna put my cap back on with it in place.
Here, I'll hold that light. Don't
Sorry,
mess
let's just set it right there.
with that.
Going in. Bringing it up through. Come on. Keep going. Keep on going. Come on, baby. You're almost there. Get some. Come on. Get in there. Come on, baby. Go.
He's gonna get it easy.
Go, baby. Go.
Isn't he?
Go. Yeah.
Did it. So we're putting the little airline valves on top of the bags now. We got to connect them. They got little hose clamps. So we got to really hope that thing settles a whole lot to accommodate all this space before it finds the top.
Big old hole in there. Oh yeah. Your airline ain't no hitting.
You know, on another video, guys said that this like snaps up in that hole. Does that fit right up in that hole?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh,
You can pre-seat it in that hole?
it like snapped in.
Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. That's what somebody
Okay.
else said.
And you can run an airline
Sure,
straight
right
through
up
there.
through, right. So I need a couple pieces of airline that are about maybe, well, I'll cut the airline in half. Yeah, and then we'll have one for each side. In fact, that's what the directions say to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Go do the same thing on the other side,
Gotcha.
and then we'll hook up the airlines. I am chopping our line, and they instructed us to use a nice sharp knife and to place it and to cut them nice and clean, not to use scissors and not to get cute with this, but to make them nice and clean edges so that when you plug them into things or hook them up to things, that there'll be a nice connection. So we need to put hose clamp over, warm up the tips of these and shove them down on there and get the hose clamp set on there nice and tight. Why are you putting 2 clamps on there?
Put one on each end.
Did you do that on the other one?
Yeah. Isn't that what it's gonna need?
I don't know.
Well, we can snatch it off real quick, like worst comes to worst.
I don't know if you clamp all these nylon fittings or not. You know what? Well, that was easy that time.
Oh yeah. We should heat it once it's already on the tip like that again. That was easy. So you got like a rubber piece right here.
Let's just say we're supposed to remove that center rubber piece.
This?
Yeah.
Should I just pull it off?
Say we're supposed to when you install these things. Call it an isolator. Yeah, you don't take the top when you take the middle one. We need to pull that off on the other side too. I don't know what it does. Maybe it makes the spring respond differently.
Yeah, I don't know. Goes way around. And I think I got every...
Specifically say to take that off then.
Yeah, let me get this. Well, might not even need it. Yeah, we're gonna need it now. That's the point it gets to without the heat.
You snap that black little piece in the top there, right? The top cap piece is in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep.
All right, man. It's like a super hair dryer. Something like I did before.
Yeah, that's a good trick. Need just a tad more. You got it right? Alright.
Good. Let me see.
No, we need just a little more. I'm just trying to get a grip on the... There we go. There it is.
That's perfect.
Sweet.
All right. Let's hope we got it jacked up that much.
I believe we do.
The only way they work is if they fill that entire space. And they do fit right in there, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is pretty neat so far. All right, now we have to be super careful that we don't smush these as everything comes down. So can we just kind of tie these up out of the way, sort of, or something? Throw them over. They should be clear of everything there, right? Yeah. It's the reverse of putting gravity on it.
So
Is putting.
Should we hook up the shocks now?
I don't see why not. I don't see why not. It's right there, ready to go, and we can spin them on real tight with that impact wrench.
Clearly.
The jack needs to come up a little.
Yeah, just a touch. Where's the? That's one side of it.
No, this is the shock block.
Well, no, you got them connected. One more. That makes sense.
Almost
there. looks like it's gonna have to go up a tad bit, but like just a hair for me to line it up.
And see how this all comes together now. So here we go. Down like a son of a bitch.
Here we go. Eat, motherfucker. Yeah, it's on.
So here we go.
Shot's going up good. All right, now don't go too quick because I want to line these. I don't want these to hit these holes wrong, you know?
Yeah. I do know. Well, I've sure got a long way to go.
All right, this one's ready for
You got to make sure it's up in there like that. Because if it sets down on itself like that right there. Okay. See that? How it wants to sit on the edge of there? It's got to sit like that when it goes up in there. But dude, we have a lot of space left. And in my approximation, I just lifted the weight of the truck onto the axle. This is gonna settle. How close are we?
You're still closing shots still. I mean, the bags are almost at their spot. I think you're off the stands. I think I just saw the truck. Yep. I just saw the truck.
Install the Airlift 1000 HDs inside the spring, and I'm really disappointed that this isn't going to work out, but I've got too much play. You're not supposed to have all this play, and there's no kind of a spacer system or setup. And when I called the Airlift company, they said that because this truck has a lift, that's why I have this gap, and the gap is almost exactly the size of the lift, just about 3 inches. So we have to pull this back out of the springs. So we're going to reverse the process. We're going to lower the springs down. I'm going to try to compress this in place while trying to keep the vacuum and keep it compressed by using this little valve. And Sierra will let the air out as I'm pushing the air out, but then she won't let it draw the air back in. And then we ought to be able to keep that compressed, and maybe I can pull it back out just like Evan was able to shove it in. I'm guessing this is going to be the harder portion of the project, not the easier. But let's see. Maybe it won't be that bad. Go too far. You almost came in.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Let's push some air out there. Go. All right. Let off. You can do it. Boy, this is not easy. Well, it's kind of like when the dam breaks, you know?
Yeah, out.
I don't want to destroy anything as I pull it apart if I can help. Okay, the installation and the de-installation of the 1000 HD Airlift spring assist bag. So we're able to keep the vacuum in it by putting the Schrader valve on the other end of the line, and that was able to get us to compress it just down enough inside the spring enough with a stretched out spring to get it back out. So we're going to install the 5000 HD. Will be another one of our videos we'll make. once we can get these sent back and those in.